All right, so the reason that I started this channel and this project, let's talk about that. So probably the main reason is that I care very much about the information that is coming to us. So information about world events, about politics, geopolitics, and basically anything that goes on, anything and everything that goes on in this world. Because I think it's extremely important, because the information that we get is basically the foundation of our worldview. It's the foundation of what we think, what we do, what we say, what we vote for in elections, for example. So it basically shapes our world, right? So it's extremely important. Now, for probably most people, the information they get about what goes on in the world, they get from mainstream media. So they put their trust in mainstream media. Now, I happen to believe that mainstream media news outlets are probably some of the least reliable news sources out there. And that, of course, is a problem. So my objective with this channel is to point that out, and also to show people that there are other ways of obtaining information that will probably give you a much more realistic view of what is actually going on in the world. Now, with all of that in mind, let's take a look at the situation in Ukraine. Now, first of all, to give you a little bit more context, I believe that the problem that's been going on in Ukraine, the war that's been going on in Ukraine, is a result of the global West trying to secure its dominant position in the world and is trying to eliminate its competitors. Now, whether you believe that or not, we can talk about that another time. We probably will talk about that in another video. But what is very clear to me is that the global West, global Western forces, politicians have been using Western mainstream media to paint a certain picture about Russia. They've been selling this story that Russia is bad, Putin is the devil itself. That's the narrative that they've been trying to sell us for decades. Now, to give you one of many, many examples, yesterday evening I was watching the news, and they talked about a military operation called Spiderweb, I believe, that Ukraine has executed. They've been preparing for that for 18 months or so. And they executed it, and they attacked, among other things, they attacked Russian air bases. They destroyed or at least damaged a lot of bomber planes, and they hit some other things as well. So they really dealt a big blow to Russia. I don't believe this is going to have any effect on the trajectory that this war is going. Nothing fundamental was hit. The war is still going one way, with Russia winning this war. But still, it was a big blow to Russia. Now, Russia, of course, retaliated. And what we've seen over the last few days, we're not actually sure if that was the retaliation or if the retaliation is still to come. We don't know exactly, but that is how it was presented in this news segment. So they said, okay, Ukraine attacked Russia, and now Russia is retaliating. So they showed that an apartment building was hit, and they literally said that yes, Ukraine has been executing this military operation, hitting some Russian military bases. Russia has been retaliating, but Russia has been primarily targeting civilian objects. Now, I believe that is a blatant lie. I mean, if you dive into this a little deeper and look at it objectively, you will probably see something completely different. I mean, Russia had been targeting factories that are related to the arms industry in Ukraine. They've been bombing a bunker that's been holding missiles, so Storm Shadow missiles from the UK, Patriot missile defense systems and other missiles. That bunker is believed to be destroyed. They've also bombed live Patriot defense missiles. So, I mean, clearly Russia was targeting military facilities, right? And also, if you look at the numbers alone, I mean, It's believed that Russia has been deploying hundreds of drones and missiles. Hundreds. Someone said 400. I heard someone say 700. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's pretty clear. Hundreds of drones and missiles. 4 people died. I mean, let's be clear. Of course, everyone that dies in this war, or any war for that matter, is an absolute tragedy, right? It's an absolute tragedy. But if you look at this from a purely statistical point of view, hundreds of drones and missiles, 4 people died. I mean, does that sound like Russia is targeting civilians? Of course not. But that is what Western mainstream media has been doing for decades. So they're trying to have us believe that Ukraine is so noble, they're only targeting military facilities, and then Russia in retaliation are shooting at civilians, which is a blatant lie. And on top of that, during this military operation Spiderweb, or whatever it's called, that Ukraine executed, they not only bombed these military air bases, they also hit a bridge that fell on a civilian train, and I believe at least 7 people died. No one talks about that. They also bombed for the I don't know how many times they did it. They again bombed the Crimean Bridge, which is a civilian target. What are we talking about here? Now, all I'm trying to say is that whatever you believe about this war, whichever side you're on, we all deserve the objective truth about what is actually going on in Ukraine. And Western mainstream media is not giving us that. And that is a problem. And people should be aware of that. That's all I'm saying. Well, that and one more thing, don't forget to like and subscribe.